Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. I hope you all are fine and enjoying it at your homes. Today, the topic of our discussion is technical report writing. As I am a literati, but I thought that there is a need to talk about various topics in order to provide information and knowledge to the other students from different fields of knowledge. So that's why I thought to make a video about technical report writing. So we will be discussing all the details. So the contents that I will be covering: report, technical writing, then there is a difference between what is technicality and what is non-technical. So technical report writing and then technical writing, difference between technical and non-technical report, types of report writing, how to make the report effective and what makes a report ineffective, main purpose of the report. Before starting the discussion on what is meant by technical report writing or report writing, the one thing that we need to do when we are doing anything creative, if you are writing a paragraph, if you are writing some essay or any report, any creative work, there should be one thing that is truest nature of your content. It should be yours, it should be having your own personal impact. It should be your own self. It should not be like plagiarized material. Plagiarism means like copy paste material. So all you have to do is write one true sentence. Whatever the truest sentence that you know, like write the truest sentence that you know. Okay. So there should be, the idea should be true in nature. So it was a quote by Ernest Hemingway. And then let's move onwards. So, what is a report? A report commonly contains information on a subject that has been thoroughly researched. Most of the times, you see that if there are any cases and if there is law involved, then the reports are there are criminal reports, there are reports about some tour, there are reports about some opening a franchise, and so and so. So, you have to be writing about a certain topic, and you can't start from the beginning, or you can't start from a beginner's level, or you can't be raw in it. Your data should be highly researched or thoroughly researched. There should be a significant difference between a general report and a technical report. So there are some facts and figures that you need to keep in mind. Then the other one is technical writing. Technical writing is a type of writing where the author is writing about a particular subject that requires direction, instruction, or explanation. So, at certain points, if you need to explain some things or some facts, there should be some sufficient data to explore that phenomena. And the other one is the information is organized, presented, and communicated in a specific format. So, you can't start from a blue. Okay, there should be some organization, presentation, and communication along with a specific format. You have to follow a particular format in this regard. Then I discussed report, technical writing, and now we are discussing with technical report writing. A technical report is also known as a scientific report, is a document that describes the process, progress, or results of technical or scientific research, or the state of a technical or scientific research problem. If there is any problem in technical report writing, you are not jumping on the problems, rather you need to find the solutions also. You can't only mention the problems or the hurdles or the obstacles in that particular report. Rather, you need to be specific and you should be mentioning the solutions also. So it covers all the process and progress and the results or the outcomes also. So you can't ignore the outcome part. You have to follow that also. Another definition could be: technical writing is the presentation of information that helps the reader solve a particular problem. Technical communicators write, design, or edit proposal, web pages, lab reports, newsletters, and many other kinds of professional documents. Most of the students of computer sciences or BBA or like business or computer sciences and the other fields of knowledge, they have to make proposals regarding their projects or the web pages or the lab reports, newsletters, and the other professional documents. If you are working in a firm And if you guys have arranged a tour to some place, so you need to mention the pros and cons of that thing. How will you go? How many people are going? What is the expenditure, etc., etc. So you need to create a report to, and you have to submit it to your, you know, superordinates, and that is the way the thing works. Then, difference between technical and simple report. The main difference between a technical report and a simple report is that tech reports means technical reports are supposed to be technical, means you have to be focusing every particular detail, every fact, every figure. You have to pass through the evaluative phase. And simple reports are the reports for everyone. They are the reports that can be understood by any layman. While the technical reports demand some sort of technicality. They should be using a format or the language that should be understood by that particular by the people of that particular field of knowledge. Let's move forward. Then there are different types of reports. Proposals, progress reports. You have to check out the progress. Is it going good or bad? Then if you have arranged any tour, you have to report that. Completion reports, if there was any project and you guys have completed that. And then the investigational reports, in which you have to do investigation regarding some any criminal activity. Then short technical reports, and then if there is any case and you have to evaluate it, so you have to mention it in evaluation reports, etc. Note, this is a very important step, and the further that are coming that are also very important in this regard, so stay tuned. The readers of the report are knowledgeable people. Obviously, if you are a student of business administration, so to whom you are concerning or to whom you are addressing, that person would be having some sort of knowledge regarding that particular report. So try to figure out all the facts and then mention the evidence or the proof. You can't just put the facts over there and you are just mentioning you can't just mention the problems. Rather, you should be looking for the solutions too. So they will search for the evidence that you have included as the material in your report. So evidence is a key in order to be successful in any report. Therefore, try to give information clearly and concisely. So be concise, be precise. I like to quote here one of my most favorite lines from Shakespeare's work, and that is, "Brevity is the soul of wit." Here, brevity means conciseness and preciseness, terseness. The more you will be terse, the more you will be concise and precise, the better impression it would be. And brevity is the soul of wit means the witty people, the people who are intellectual, they use mostly brevity in their language or in their work. So the other point is, organize your ideas carefully and express them systematically. Follow a systematic pattern and your ideas should be carefully organized. Next, this is the format that we usually add up. So title, then the abstract or the summary, introduction, background, discussion, conclusion, recommendations, and attachments. The title page. The title refers to your main page, the very first page. Essential information is given over there. Name of the report writer, the title of the project or the study. Then you have to mention the date. Choose effective title. Ensure it is informative but reasonably short. You don't need to write about like 4 to 5 lines on just a title. The title should be concise and it should be informative. It should be attention getting. Avoid ornamental or misleading titles. So your title should not be like different from the content of your report, and avoid ornamental language means there is no need to use so much decorated language in your there is no need to put like decorated language in your report. And then the other one was abstract. So the very first page is the title, then comes the abstract. Abstract is basically the gist or the main idea of whatever you have done in your report, but you have to sum up it in 100 to 200 words. It's just a paragraph, and it should not be over wordy. and the language should be not too much complicated, not too much simple. So abstract or summary summarizes the report presented in 100 to 200 words. Hint: summarize each component in one sentence, emphasize the objective and result, avoid to copy paragraphs from the report. So there is no need to mention, for example, if you have written a paragraph on a tour to Savat Valley, for example, there is no need to copy or imitate like the whole chunk of it from the report. Change the wording, okay? You don't need to mention the whole of the thing from the introductory paragraph or the background. There should be Each component should be explained in just a sentence, and avoid to copy. Abstract should be precise and specific. So there is no need to mention the irrelevant details in abstract. It should be precise and concise. The introductory part, the introduction of a technical report identifies the subject, purpose, and the plan of development. Why you are writing about a certain topic. What is your purpose? What is your subject? And what is your plan? You need to be clear about that. State the subject clearly and concisely, usually in one sentence called a thesis or purpose sentence. So, your main line is that thesis sentence or the purpose sentence. You have to explain your purpose in just a single line. Then, background information, if there is any. Use the terms using in the stating the subject, provide the background theory or history. So you need to be describing the things in a very concise manner. There is no need to put irrelevant details. Then comes the background. After introduction, it is background. This section is included in the report if the introduction requires a large amount of information. If the if the introductory page is too long, then you need to mention it the half of the details in the background. And you have to there is a difference between introduction and the background. In introduction, you need to introduce that particular terminology or the work that you are working upon, okay? And the background highlights, or it needs to highlight the origin. Right from the beginning, you have to give the or you or I can simply say that you need to give the background to knowledge or the information about that particular subject or the topic that you are discussing. It includes review of previous research, and if there is any previous research, you need to mention that. And if there are any formulas used in your research, so you need to mention those also. Then comes the discussion. It is very, very important thing in a report writing. It is the most important part of a report. It can be presented in many forms and can have many subheadings. Basic components are methods, findings, evaluation, or analysis. So these are the basic components on which the discussion lies. First one is methodology. What sort of method you are using? Then the findings. What are your findings? Are there any solutions to your reports or the problems that you addressed? And then the evaluation or analysis. Then comes the conclusion or the outcome. That is also very important. And then is the recommendations. If you have completed your report and you want to keep it open ended, and there are other recommendations for the people who should come and work on that particular subject, what are the areas that they need to touch? So the actions the report suggests also gives plans for further research. If a person wants to work on your topic, so on what angles or on what issues that person can target the research for further analysis. Then are the attachments. These are the extra pages that you can say, or the extra information that we attach. It includes the raw data, the calculations, the graphs, other quantitative material that was a part of the research. So you can add all those attachments at one single place. Now, how can you make your report effective? You have to follow the report format. Be accurate, be clear, be concise. There should be continuity. There should not be your report should not be having breaks. And adopt a good writing style. Avoid cutting, avoid jumping to one idea without clearing the facts. Now, what are the things that make a report ineffective? Number one, vagueness. Now, vagueness refers to if you're talking about the things and you're not even clear about them. Means your ideas are vague, they are shaky in nature. Wordiness, if you are using too much words, this makes your report ineffective. Poor spelling and grammar, you are stressing the problems but you are not giving the solutions. This is also a very negative aspect in this regard. And then the language is not appropriate. If you are a student of business administration or computer sciences, use the appropriate language that is needed in order to complete your task. Then why we write a technical report? The main purpose of technical report is fact findings and prepares the base for making decision. It helps the person to make or to formulate a discussion. So this was all about technical report writing. If there are any questions regarding technical report writing, feel free to ask in the comment section. Please, once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also press the bell icon to never miss any updates. Take care all of yourself. Be home. Be safe. Allah Hafiz.